Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to the Popternative podcast. This is the podcast where we have digital discussions from the worlds of sports, social media, pop culture. The 2018 Winter Olympics are right around the corner. They are going to be in PyeongChang. I am thrilled. It's the second time on the show to have freestyle mogul skier for Canada, Olympic silver medalist. We're with Mikaël Kingsbury. Mick, welcome back to Popternative, man.
Hey, thank you, Peter.
Exciting times. PyeongChang. Ready to get that gold medal. Like, what's going on?
I'm so excited. I mean, it feels like Sochi was just yesterday. Like the last 4 years went by so fast, and the last 4 years I've been ranked first in the world, so everything has gone very well. So just very excited to compete in PyeongChang. I feel ready like I've never been before. I just, had the best start of the season that I ever had. So just feels great to go out there.
It's really funny because a lot of people that followed your career are going to notice that you're a very young guy, but you have accomplished already so much in moguls, and it's just unbelievable. Where it's going to be only your second Olympics, but people think that, like, maybe people don't even realize that because you've been in the public eye with moguls for many years already. But you're still a regular guy. You're in your 20s. Do you ever think about that sometimes? Like, wow, like I'm a younger guy, but I've already accomplished so much, but there's still so much more I need to accomplish?
Yeah, well, there's a lot I want to accomplish, but it's just crazy how my career went. Like, I started skiing in World Cup. I was 17 years old and starting having success right away. And, I've been World Cup leader for the past 6 years, which was crazy. And I won everything that's possible in my sport except the Olympic Games. So yeah, it's kind of sometimes I'm in my car and just driving and I have pinch myself. I'm like, wow, this is crazy. Like, you would have said that to me like 10 years ago, you would have been like 6-time World Cup champion, 2-time world champion, and you would have an Olympic medal. You would have records for most podium, most wins, most straight wins in World Cup. I would have been like, there's no chance I would have that at the moment, and I've accomplished all that, so I'm very, I'm pretty proud of myself.
No, absolutely. I find it very interesting as well because you mentioned it before we started as well that, PyeongChang, that's the big one, the Olympics, but, it's nonstop for you guys. There's still some World Cups right before PyeongChang. It's like never ending. Do you find that kind of hard to balance sometimes? And especially, with the people that maybe don't follow like moguls as much, right? Who maybe don't realize that you're still doing your other competitions, right?
Yeah.
It's interesting for your perspective because everyone's like, oh, he must be like all his focus must be on the Olympics as of now. That's not true at all.
No, not at all. Like PyeongChang is just in the middle of the season, and I try like for my first Olympic in Sochi, I saw like Sochi like it was like a big picture and like for sure it's the biggest event for us, but my eyes were only looking at Sochi and forgetting a bit about the rest. But this time around, like my next focus, I'm going to Calgary and I want to compete well there. And then PyeongChang will just be another event. So I'm trying to go day by day, one event at a time, and not so I cannot, I'm not going to put as much pressure on my shoulders for PyeongChang. So just one step at a time. And for sure the people are like, they're watching, most of the people that are watching moguls, they watch it at the Olympics, so they watch it one day every 4 years. But for us, it's it's like a daily routine. It's the same competitors. We compete against each other 10 to 20 times a year. So it's another event, but it's the most exciting one for sure for all of us.
Take us through that routine, that preparation. Take us through kind of what kind of goes into getting ready for a freestyle mogul skiing event. I mean, what are kind of the things that you kind of make sure that you incorporate into your preparation and your routine before an event?
Yeah, well, there's a lot of for sure preparation in the off season, but for an event, like we're all ready when the event is arriving. And for me, the most important thing is we have always 2 days of training, of official training in the course before we compete. So I try to take as much information during the training days, and I try to find the run that I want to do for sure at different kind of speeds, and then I know exactly the speed that I need to go in competition, and I can find a run where I'm consistent with, and I know I can get down to the bottom and have a good score. But yeah, just trying to take as much information, and I try to write everything down, and I draw my course so I know everything, and then since we have good result in the past, we got a great team behind us. I always talk to my mental trainer, I have my masso with me, just hanging with my teammates and playing video games and stuff like that, and try to get my head out of the competition, and then the next morning I wake up and I'm ready, and I've done all the work in the past 2 days and during the off season, so I just gotta let my ski talk and do the best as I can and try to follow the competition to know if I need to adjust for everything. But for the rest, I just put some music on and get pumped up, and then I'm ready to drop in.
So what are you listening to when you kind of zone out and you're focused and it's game time? What is Mikaël Kingsbury listening to?
I have weird style of music. It can change from day to day. I can listen to classical music if it's put me up that day, but I can listen to Metallica or some rap song. I listen to what makes me happy at the moment, so it's always different. So it's tough to say I always listen to this, and this. I don't have a playlist. I just go through my iPhone and just pick up a song, and if that song is I'm skiing well while I'm listening to that song, then I just keep on repeating it, and for that day, that would be that song. So it changed a lot.
I always find that interesting because some people have it's not the first time I've heard that an athlete listens to classical music before, and then some people listen to rap. But I find it really interesting because for me, I don't know, rap I will only listen to if I'm going to the gym or if I'm actually active. I can't listen to rap just passive, right? But then every time, but I find it interesting. The classical, that's interesting. I what Beethoven?
Beethoven is pretty good, but I just to say how weird when I compete, the music I can listen to. So in the morning I could listen to Mozart and just a piano song, and then when I'm ready, and it just kind of motivates me and kind of gets me going, and then I could just change and put Master of Puppets from Metallica, and it's just the total opposite, and it just goes and then
No, that's awesome. No, it's cool. It's always awesome to Charles Hamelin, very, very accomplished Olympic athlete for Canada. Green Day and punk rock is what he listens to, and I always find it interesting because everyone's gonna have a different style of what they're gonna listen to. But Mick, let's talk about social media a little bit. We're into social media. You're into social media. You're on the Twitter. You're on the Instagram. In a week or two, it's gonna be crazy for you. It is going to be absolutely nuts. PyeongChang, #PyeongChang 2018. It's just going to be nuts. Have you, you're focusing on the competition. There's no doubt about it. But you're thinking about what's to come. It's a huge part of the job these days. What people are what's going to be posted, what you're going to post if you have time to post. It's a huge part of it. Have you ever thought about it, in depth for a while, or is it kind of just taking a back seat? Because it's hard to not think about.
I've think about it a bit backseat. I'm thinking about it sometimes, but I'm trying to not put all my, not attention, but I know it's very important, and I want to do a good job over there for sure. But I haven't put as much thinking. I think in the next couple of days, and especially when we're gonna fly to PyeongChang, then I'll mostly have a plan for social media and what I want to do, and I try to. I always want to post. I know I should post more time or more often.
Yeah.
But I just want to have good content and not to be boring. So not post too much, but not post not much. Just try to not create, but have good content, and and for that, for sure when you do well and you compete well at the Olympic, and
it's just gonna be
it's even bigger. So the plan is, if I can ski well, then I should get a good result. And
you're excited about it. I see it. Like your eyes are like really bright.
Yeah. So the main focus is skiing, and then if everything goes well, then we'll see what the social media would be like. But I'm pretty excited. I think it's some exciting moment. Like I saw last year, like not last year, but in 2016, Penny at the Rio game, like how much like how it explode, and it's
it helped like Winter Olympic athletes as well. Like you guys were like posting about it. And you were getting a lot of traction. It was crazy. It wasn't even about you guys.
Yeah, but it's all like, it's the country. Like, it's nice, the Olympic, because it's like kind of reuniting everyone in the country. Like, yes, the athletes, but like everyone, like all the community on, like in Canada, but especially on the social media stuff. So yeah, it's fun to see. Like, I remember like just in Sochi, like the comments from the people that I was like, oh my God, like they were watching and, seeing their feed and pictures about me, and it was just it's crazy how big it can be at the Olympic.
What is, in your opinion, the hardest thing about being a athlete, a pro athlete, a Olympic athlete? Is there something that is the hardest thing for Mikaël Kingsbury about being an athlete?
On social media or like all
just
around?
In general, I mean, like social media, it's kind of like it's a double-edged sword. I mean, it's kind of in general. There's gonna be a lot of people saying a lot of things, but just it is a big part of it. But yeah, just in general.
In general, I think it's being away for so long sometimes, and I'm very close to my friends back home, my family, and not seeing them for like 9 months, a year. It's sometimes it's tough, and I'm on the road with some of my best friends and my teammates. It's amazing, but and you're out there working and you're not there in vacation. So sometimes it's hard, and there's some mornings where it's minus 30 outside and you got to go train and ski and be at your best, and your coach are on you. So it's tough sometimes, but mostly like I'm living the dream and I'm doing what I always dreamed to do, since I'm a little kid. So it's mostly all positive, and there's some morning that are harder than others, but that's that happens not too much.
No, absolutely. There's gonna be a lot of people definitely want to be in your footsteps. I mean, there was a time too where you were training and you probably said, "Hey, this guy's doing great stuff. I want to do what he's doing one day." You kind of had these dreams. You set you set a goal and you achieved it. Whether it's for moguls or whether it's being an athlete, is there any like advice that you would give to someone who's trying to pursue something, maybe like moguls or just in general?
Well, there's so many. Like, it's easy to say, work harder than everyone else. Like, that's for sure is gonna help you. But I think the most important thing is to enjoy the process about everything. I'm not the kind of guy that loves to go to the gym, but I do it because I know it helps me ski better and be stronger on the hills. But I try to put some fun into it, and if I go to the gym, I always have a game with my trainers. I always try to have something or listen to some good music while I'm training, and try to make everything fun and stick with your friends. Like my ski friends, they're my best friends, and I've known them since I'm 8 years old. We started skiing together and we all made the national team, which is crazy. But I think that those are the most important thing. And if you're having fun, you're staying close to your best buddies, you're helping each other, you guys have good communication to try to build up in the sport, and you work hard, and there's no secret after that. You're gonna exceed and succeed, and if you believe in yourself, it's gonna work.
The Winter Olympics are many things. The Winter Olympics are a spectacle. They're a spectacle. It's a show. It is. But another thing too that I find very interesting, Mick, is it's a networking event. It is an ability after the competitions, before the competitions. It's people from all over the globe getting together for one event to celebrate sporting events. Do you ever think about that, especially with Team Canada? You going down there to the Parade of Nations, seeing people you haven't seen for a while, maybe even meeting people you've never met before. That must be an exciting part of it as well.
Yeah, no, it's so exciting. Like every year, not every year, but every year before the games, we have like a Team Canada meeting, and we see all the athletes that has the potential to go to the Olympics. And yeah, it's great to see all the faces because we see each other only at the Olympics or at that event. So it's kind of, gets you into an Olympic mood. But after that, when you start walking, the opening ceremony it's like a big celebration before we all, compete. It's nice. It's so motivating to be around everyone, and we're all wearing the same stuff, and we're all part of a team. So yeah, when we get to the Olympic, it's just like it's amazing just to walk the opening ceremony and being with all the athletes that you don't see often, and you only see at the Olympic Games or at the meetings with the COC, and we're all in the same team. We're all wearing the Canada outfit, and yeah, it's kind of bigger than ourselves. We're representing Canada, and we're only like 200 people just walking into the stadium. It's a moment where it's kind of like not a party, but yeah, it's just crazy, like the emotion that gets you. And then it's kind of like, I don't know, it's tough to explain how the feeling is. And it's the same when I go ski and I wear my Olympic jacket and getting ready for the games is just everyone, like every skiers, every athlete, had always a smile on their face. Even though, it's the most important event, you see that everyone is having fun. Everyone's a bit nervous. It's a great feeling. And when everything is over for our sports, I think it's the craziest party I've, ever that's possible after. It's just so much fun.
Absolutely. Well, we'll wrap up, but Mikaël, first of all the best at the 2018 Winter Olympics in PyeongChang. I mean, this is going to be one of the coolest experiences you're ever going to be a part of. So I wish you all the best and enjoy everything, man. No, seriously.
Thank you, man.
What are you excited about the most? Of course, obviously, you want that gold medal, but is there anything you want to accomplish specifically at PyeongChang that people should be looking out for?
Yeah, I don't know. I just want to ski well. My goal is not only to win a medal or win the gold medal. My goal is to ski the way ski at my best and ski at my full potential. And if there's something you guys can wish me is just when I cross the line, if I can give the biggest fist bump ever, that would mean that I've skied and I've done everything I can. And that's all I wish, is to cross the line and have the biggest smile on my face. And if I do that, it means that I've controlled everything I could, and the rest is up to the judges. And yeah, there's a good chance it would be gold.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for coming back on the show. Second time, man.
Thank you, man. That was fun. Always fun to talk to you.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Popternative. We wish Mikaël Kingsbury all the best at the 2018 Winter Olympics in PyeongChang. You can catch previous episodes of Popternative on YouTube, and you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, and you could subscribe on iTunes. Until next time, this is Mikaël Kingsbury and PDB signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.